Hey guys, welcome back to WD Explains. I'm Wilson, and today we're going to be going over fractions and how to use them in math. So, what are fractions? Fraction is just a way of writing a part of a whole, or several parts of a whole. So the top number here is the numerator. It's how many parts you have. The bottom part is the denominator. And it's how many parts make a whole, like how many make one. So I have my cupcakes here. Let's say I want to split my cupcakes in two. I'm going to give some to one friend and some to another friend. There's one part here. There's two parts here. A whole is 2 parts. This friend gets one part out of two whole. He gets 1/2. This friend gets the second part of the whole. So he gets one part out of two. So another way to think of fractions is just decimals. If you take any fraction and you calculate it on your calculator, you're going to get a decimal. So 1/2 is 0.5. If you take something like 3/4, it's going to be 0.75. So fractions, for the most part, are the way that we fill in the gap between whole numbers. So there are a couple different types of fractions in the way they're presented. So we have proper fractions where the numerator is always smaller than the denominator, and they're all always less than 1 or more than -1. So we can have something like 1/2 where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. We could have -1/2. We could have 3/5, 6/21, 1,000 over whatever this number is. Anything where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. An improper fraction equals more than 1 or less than -1, and it's where the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we have something like 7/4, 8/5, 9/2, anything like that. A mixed number is a different way of presenting an improper fraction. So if we have something like 2 3/8, basically what this is saying, well, I'll show you how to convert. So to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, you take the big number. So this really in real life looks like this, 2 3/8. You multiply across the bottom, 2 times 8. This equals 16. We'll write it in as a little number. Then we'll add it up to the numerator. Add. 16 plus 3 is 19. We'll get rid of the big 2, keep the denominator. We're left with 19/8. 2 3/8 equals 19/8. If we want to convert it back, we look at how many wholes are in this fraction and how many parts of a whole are left over. So a whole in this case would be 8/8, which would equal 1. So we have our first 8/8, which equals 8. That's 1. We have our second 8/8. When you add these numerators, like we'll see after, we'll get 16. We can't add another full 8 because that would be 24, not 19. So we add a third part, a fraction. That's not a 0. That was just meant to be a circle. We add 3/8. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 2. We have a big 2. We have 3/8 left over. 3/8. And that's what we had at the start. So how do we use fractions with math operations? So we're going to look at it. I won't read all this out. I'll just show you guys how to do these different math operations. So we'll start simple. We'll start with addition here. We'll start with 1/2 plus 2/3. So when we're adding, we're using the lowest common denominator to make the denominators equal, and then we're going to add the numerators together after multiplying. So the least common denominator, we get this by using the concept of the least common multiple, where basically we're going to take our two denominators, we're going to set them up like this, and we're going to list out the multiples. So like a multiple is such and such number multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So we have 2, we have 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then so on. Here we have 3, 6. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stop writing numbers when you see that a number appears in both of them. So we have 2 times 1, 2, 3 is 6. And we have 3 times 1, 2 is 6. So we have our fraction with 2 on the bottom, 1/2. We're going to multiply the top and bottom by 3. So this gives us 3/6. Okay. Our second fraction, 2 over 3. 3 times 2 is 6. We want it to be 6, so we're going to multiply both the top and the bottom by 2. This is going to give us 4 over 6. So now we have 3 over 6 from here, plus 4 over 6 from here. Our final step is going to be to add the numerators. So we have 3 plus 4 on the top. 3 plus 4 equals 7. We're going to return our denominator, which is 6. So our answer is 7 over 6. So 1 over 2 plus 2 over 3 equals 7 over 6. Okay. We have subtraction here. So subtraction is the exact same idea as addition. So we'll just start right off. We have 2 over 5 minus 1 over 12. We're going to get set up with our lowest common multiple. We have 5. We have 12. This is going to be a longer one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Usually you won't have to go this far, but sometimes you might have to. 60, 24, 36, 48, 60. Okay, there's our first common number between the two, 60. So 5 times 12, you guys can count that on your own, that's 12. 5 times 12 is 60, and 12 times 5 is 60. So another key tip here, when your denominators are really different, like if you have like 2 and 3, it's going to be small, it's just going to be 6. But if you have weird denominators, like if you had 9 and 11, usually the fastest way to get your lowest common multiple is just to multiply them by each other. Like the lowest common multiple of 9 and 11 is 9 times 11, which is 99. Okay, so we have our first fraction with the denominator of 5. We're going to multiply both top and bottom by 12. So we have 2 over 5 times 12 times 12 gives us 24 over 60. We have our second fraction with the denominator of 12. We're going to multiply the top and bottom by 5. So we have 1 over 12 times 5 times 5, which equals 5 over 12. So at this point, or 5 over 60. So at this point, we have 24 over 60 minus 5 over 60. So just like in the addition, we're going to subtract the numerators. So we have 24 minus 5. 24 minus 5 equals 19. We're going to add back in the denominator, and our answer is 19 over 60. So 2 over 5 minus 1 over 12 equals 19 over 60. Okay. Multiplication is the easiest fraction operation. All we do is we multiply the numerators together, and we multiply the denominators together. Okay, 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 7 is 21. Our answer is 2 over 21. So 1 over 3 times 2 over 7 equals 2 over 21. Very easy. Okay, division is where we actually have to use something of a formula, and it's called the keep, change, flip, or I like to call it the KFC method because that's how you can remember it easily, even if it's not exactly right. So how we do this, we keep the first fraction. So we don't do anything for the first step. That's 3. 1 over 3 divided by 8 over 11. Okay. Second step is the C. We change the division sign to a multiplication sign. 1 over 3 times 8 over 11. Okay. Step number 2, or step number 3, we flip the second fraction upside down. So we have 1 over 3 times 11 over 8. Okay. Now we just multiplied like we did before, so we have 1 times 11. We're going to do our little fraction things. 3 times 8 is going to equal 11 over 24. So 1 over 3 divided by 8 over 11 equals 11 over 24 by using the KFC method. Just going to do a couple practice questions now. Okay. I'll let you guys pause and try this one on your own. This is a 2 and 1 over 3. That's not 21 over 3. So it's 2 and 1/3 plus 8 over 5. I'll let you guys pause. Okay, so our first step here is going to convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. So we're going to multiply at the bottom. 2 times 3 is a little 6. We're going to add up to the top. 6 plus 1 is 7. So we have 7 over 3 plus 8 over 5. Okay. We're going to find our least common multiple of 3 and 5. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That ends with a 5, so I know it's going to be divisible by 5. We have 5, 10, 15. There, we've got our common multiple. So 3 times 5 is 15. So 7 over 3. We're going to multiply everything by 5. We're going to get 35 over 15. 8 over 5. We multiply 5 by 3 to get 15. So 8 over 5 all gets multiplied by 3. And we get 24 over 15. So our final equation is 35 over 15 plus 24 over 15. Just going to add the numerators, and we're going to be left with 59 over 15. So 2 1/3 plus 8 over 5 equals 59 over 15. Okay, here we have 2 over 3 minus 5 over 7. So first step here is going to be I'll let you guys pause for a second before I say it. Okay, so we're going to find our least common multiple of 3 and 7. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We have 7, 14, 21. Okay, we have our shared least common multiple there. Our fraction that has a denominator of 3, we have to multiply that by 7 to get 21. So we have 2 over 3. Multiply that all by 7. We get 14 over 21. The denominator of 7, we have to multiply that by 3 to get the denominator of 21. So we have 5 over 7. Multiply all that by 3, which gives us 15 over 7. So we're left 15 over 21. So we have 14 over 21 minus 15 over 21. Remember, we're just going to subtract our numerators, and this is going to give us negative 1 over 21. So 2 over 3 minus 5 over 7 equals negative 1 over 21. Okay, we have 1 2/3 times 1 over 7. I'll let you guys try this one out. Okay, so we'll start with converting our mixed number to an improper fraction. Multiply at the bottom. This gives us a little 3. We'll add that. So we have 5 over 3 times 1 over 7. So we'll just multiply the top, multiply the bottom. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 7 is 21. The answer is 5 over 21. 1 2/3 times 1 over 7 equals 5 over 21. All right, our last question here is going to be a division question. We have 2 3/8 divided by 3 over 11. Let you guys pause again to see if you guys can solve it. Okay, so we have 2 3/8. I think we did this one in the start. We'll multiply at the bottom. It gives us a little 16. Add that to 3. Gives us 19. Keep the denominator over 8. Divided by 3 over 11. Okay, so we're using the KFC method, really the KCF method. So we'll keep the first one. This stays as 19 over 8 divided by 3 over 11. We'll change the sign. So we'll have 19 over 8 times 3 over 11. Then we're going to flip. And we're going to have 19 over 8 times 11 over 3. We're just going to multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms. If I remember correctly, this is going to equal out to 209 over 24. And that's your answer. We can't reduce that, and we'll talk about reducing in a second. So 2 3/8 divided by 3 over 11 equals 209 over 24. So reducing. Reducing is a word that means we're changing a fraction down to smaller numbers. So when we have something like 2 over 4, we want to write it like 1 over 2. And the reason we do that, it just looks nicer. But also, say, for example, if we had something like 10 over 20 or 100 over 200, like that's just not as easy to draw a conclusion from as 1 over 2. Everybody knows 1 over 2 is 1/2. But if you had something like 54 over 108, it might take you longer. And I mean, when people are looking at lots of numbers, it does add up. So basically, The first step when you're reducing is to check if you have even numbers on the top and bottom. If you have even numbers on the top and bottom, you can always start with dividing by 2. So if I had like 208 over 24, my first step would be divide by 2, which would give me 104 over 12. We still have even numbers? Yes. We'll divide by 2 again. This gives us 52 over 6. We still have even numbers? Yes. 52 over 3, okay, that becomes 26 over 3. We still have even numbers? No, we don't. Can we divide 26 by 3? No. Can we divide by 3 by anything else but 3? No. This is our final answer. Now, you'll obviously have more complicated ones. Like you could have something like 51 over 27. And that really might not be obvious, but both of these can be divided by 3. And when you divide by 3, this would give you 17 over 9. So usually when you present a fraction that can be reduced, it usually won't be marked wrong, but it is the proper way of writing down a fraction to reduce it. So if you have time, if you're doing a test or an exam or a quiz or anything, it's always best to check if you can reduce it just by using your calculator and kind of playing around. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys learned something of value.